Hi, I'm Bryan Rankins with Fazios Frets & Friends in St. Louis, and I'm here today with the amp that I've played for the last 9 years, my Rivera Sedona. When I first bought my Sedona, I was just looking for an acoustic amp, and the Rivera seemed to be the best. I tried several others, but they all lacked the richness and warmth I needed for my sound. It's funny how guys will spend thousands on a fantastic guitar with great tone, only to run it through a cheap acoustic amp and lose all the sound, or cover up the tone with a bunch of digital effects. But I digress. I was blown away with my Sedona's tone from the first time I played through it. But I was really impressed when I went to play a larger venue and the sound man told me how great it was through the PA. Only thing was, I wasn't running through the PA. It sounded that full. I'll give you a little sample of what it sounds like with an acoustic. The Sedona features a switchable tweeter which brings out all the clarity of the high end without sounding thin. And it has a 12-inch JBL which adds richness and warmth to the low end. The tweeter automatically switches off when you go to channel 1, and there's also a switchable feedback suppressor to adjust for whatever room you're playing and to get rid of any of that feedback that may raise its ugly little head. As I said before, when I bought this I wasn't looking for an electric guitar amp. I had a great tube amp I'd used for years and was very happy. It was an industry standard amp, played by a bunch of my heroes, so how could I do any better? Well, once I hooked up an electric guitar, my Sedona quickly became my amp for everything. Now I play electric and pedal steel through this thing. It's never failed me, and I've not had one problem with this amp. As normal maintenance, I replaced tubes on a regular basis, and as a modification, I added a balanced input for my newer Taylor guitars. Channel 2 is designed for acoustic and clean electric tones and has an active EQ which lets you tailor the sound for anything you like. I'll give you a little example of how this works. As I said, Channel 2 is clean as can be, but pull out the Ninja Boost and now you're right on the broken up edge of dirty. Great for that little bit of grit on your solo. Channel 1 is warm and has a thicker mid-range to fatten up your sound and provide that killer sustain you want when driving an amp. Channel 1 works great if you want a rich and articulate overdrive, and with the active EQ you can boost or cut frequencies no matter what pickup you run. Thanks for taking the time to watch this little video. Stop by Fazios or your local Rivera dealer and try out one of these Sedonas. And quit dragging multiple amps to your gigs or sessions. Get the one amp that handles both acoustic and electric guitar. I think this sounds great, doesn't it?